Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Marcella Dominguez and I help small and medium-sized companies and businesses online and offline with their legal needs. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than most videos because, well, if you've been watching some of my videos, you know that I typically talk about trademark law, and in my playlist I do have a video on Virgil Abloh. So as most of you have heard by now, Virgil Abloh passed away this past weekend. And it was really shocking news, I think, not only to me, but to everybody. I mean, to his fans, to other people who knew him, because he was silently battling cancer. And I took a couple of lessons from what happened over the weekend, and I'll just start by diving right into the lessons. And one is that you should really show your appreciation for somebody when they're alive. And although that seems really obvious and you probably already know you should be doing that, very few of us actually do that. And so whether that's somebody that's really close to you in your extended family, or a friend, somebody who's always there for you, or even somebody who you don't know but you have seen on social media or you listen to on social media, and maybe they impart advice and knowledge, and so you feel like they are a mentor or a friend of sorts. Feel free to send them a message, and a message of appreciation, just letting them know, hey, this is what you've done for me, you know, thanks for putting out this content. And so for those of you that have actually left me messages on these videos, I very much appreciate it. But how does this all tie back to Virgil Abloh? Well, I had already shared in a previous video that Virgil Abloh actually has one of my videos on his website, and he's basically helping other entrepreneurs through their process of building a brand or starting a clothing brand. And so one of my videos is inside of his website, and you can go and check it out at virgilabloh.com. But, you know, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that, you know, I always wanted to send a message or find a way to get his email and just say, hey, like, thanks for sharing it. I mean, I know that you didn't even do it to really help me necessarily, but, or at least I don't think you did. I mean, I know that you were trying to help this demographic of people that are trying to build a clothing brand, you know, maybe with scarce resources. And the reason I say that is because he had said on, I believe, more than one occasion that everything he was doing was for his 17-year-old self. So as a student, as somebody who, you know, like most of us as students that don't really have, you know, tons of resources at our disposal, you know, I think he was putting together a lot of free resources that they could access. And so he was putting out this content to basically teach them the steps, or at least educate them so they know what they should be doing next, right? And so my way of showing appreciation for him having put my video on his playlist was basically to create the video that I did, which is saying like, hey, you know, the reason he put this video up there is because he's providing a scholarship fund, and all you have to do is, you know, head to the website, look at the resource he's putting out there, and if the shoe fits, wear it. Apply. You know, get your hands on what you can get your hands on. Like, he's doing this for you, the student who wants to create a clothing brand, who's taking this seriously. And so by creating that video, it was kind of my way of saying like, hey, like, thank you. You know, please, like, by all means, go check out his website if you haven't already. And if you're watching this channel and it wasn't a result of him directing you here, then I'm sure there's another pool of people that might be interested in, you know, heading to his website. But I do wish that I had that opportunity to just, you know, send an email and say like, hey, thank you. So I think lesson number one is to definitely reach out to people, send them a message, even if you think they're not going to read it, and just say, hey, thanks for the content. I really appreciate everything you did. Because once people are gone, I'm sure their family will appreciate reading those thank you messages. But of course, there's nothing like reading that message while you're still here. And I think the second lesson for me in, you know, hearing of this news was to believe in the possibilities. He is definitely somebody who put himself out there, who did what he felt, who did what he believed in. You know, he was the creative genius behind some of Kanye West's videos, and then he went on to be the creative director for Louis Vuitton, and then he, you know, he started his Off-White label. In the process, you know, like I said, he had this scholarship fund. He also designed furniture. I mean, besides his career, there was also this message that was interwoven in his day-to-day that was all about, you know, uplifting the Black community and making sure that hip-hop was on the same level as fine arts. I think it was also important for him to make sure that the LGBTQ community was heard. And of course, Black Lives Matter and, you know, Black women matter. And And I think that when you can deliver that kind of message or that kind of stance in the way that he did, where it's very artistic, it's something that people can connect to, because we all connect to music, we all connect to fashion. I think when you can deliver that message in a very organic, non-aggressive, even approachable kind of way, I think it just makes people want to listen to you. It makes people want to be around you. And I think that that's when I would watch videos anyways, you know, he was speaker at Harvard, he was a speaker at other universities, just talking about his passion for design and where it came from and how to build on it. And, you know, but then on social media, you would see these very unique designs and patterns and ideas at the same time as having this position on Black Lives Matter and speaking out about LGBTQ and design. And I think that him being able to like lay it all out on the table, I don't know, I just feel like he delivered the message in a very positive, agreeable manner where he would get people to listen to him, and of course to have a platform that he did and be able to create designs in the way that he did is just amazing. And I think the last important lesson for me was hearing him say, I'm not going to focus on the things that people think I can't do. I'd rather focus that energy on the things that I know I can do. And so I'm all about these positivity quotes, and if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I'm always encouraging entrepreneurs to go out and to go live their dream, or to at least try, because so many people give up on their dream before they even try, right? And so when I heard him say that, it's like, yes, like that's right. You know, don't worry about what other people are going to say, what they're going to think. Don't even worry about what all the negative subconscious thoughts that you're telling yourself. I mean, it's healthy, I think, to have some questions and some challenges, you know, but when you're letting somebody else's opinions get in the way of what you want your future self to be and what you want your future self to look like, I think that's when, you know, you kind of need to take a step back and realize that you have one life to live. We don't know for how many more days or how much more time. And so if you can just focus on what you know you can do, then go out and do it. You know, I do wonder, not that people are obligated to share their health history with people, because that's not what we do, right? I mean, we like to focus on what we can do and what we love to do. And I think that that's what he did, is he really truly focused on design and his passion for creativity. I think that it would have been maybe easy for some other people in his position to be like, you know what, this is a health struggle for me. I'm gonna have to take some time off of work. I need to focus on my health. I need to focus on getting better. And I guess I'll never really know the reason why he didn't do that, but instead he chose to just kind of be like, hey, this is what I love to do. I am now the creative director for Louis Vuitton. Like, if this is how my life is going to end, then how amazing, right? Like, he's living out his dream. I think that if you can feel good about how you're going to live out your dream, if you were in those same shoes, are you doing that right now? Are you taking advantage of the possibilities? Are you taking advantage of your gifts, your talents, and really pursuing those? Or are you just living somebody else's dream? So those were just 3 of the lessons I took home, and I want you to watch this because it's a nice little compilation to highlight what I think he meant to a lot of people.